Hello, Aries, and welcome. This is going to be your reading. Now, this is for the upcoming week starting the 17th. Before I jump into this is going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. Now, these are general readings, general meaning they may or may not resonate for you. So, let's say you're checking your Sun placement and it's Aries. If it doesn't resonate, go ahead, check your Moon, Rising, or Venus, because it's probably one of those then that's going to resonate more with you. Now, I want to jump straight into your reading. So let's see what's happening for Aries, okay? Spirit, what messages do you have for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. Oops, let me turn these upside down. What messages do you have for my lovely Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. Messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. So we have for Aries, first up, we have the Eight of Pentacles. You are hyper focused this week, Aries, right? Like when I see Eight of Pentacles, I think of skilled labor, some type of trade. It also could indicate research, right? Or like going back to school, like let's say you're working on something. But when you look at this person, they have the pentacles that they're carefully crafting. Yeah, you're hyper focused on finishing something this week. So I feel like you're being very productive, but I feel like that you're trying to kind of balance it because Aries, it's still your season, right? This is for the week of the 17th, so we will be going in Taurus, but I do feel energy of you being very focused. Judgment. Judgment's being called on a situation. Judgment is kind of an energy where a decision's been made. Now, what's the after effects of it, right? Um, Also, I feel like some of you guys there could be some judgment. What do I mean? Like I don't know. Like I usually don't get this with this card, but someone could be judging you or a situation very harshly, and you don't understand why because to you it's not that bad, but to them it's like an issue. Okay, we have Four of Pentacles. Oh, so Aries, in this time you're focused, and I don't feel like it's a long thing. It's just for this week, right? And someone is saying you're selfish, you're being greedy, or not really greedy, but they're feeling like you're more selfish. Aries, your first house, you're meant to be about the self. Not saying that you're selfish. I don't think that. Like all my favorite people are Aries in my life, so just a heads up. Don't think I don't like you guys because like you guys are always my best friends. So for me, I'm like, what is their problem? Like you need this week for yourself. You deserve this week to yourself. You're busy. It's sorry if you hear noise in the back. They're like doing the garbage, so they should be going by right now. I'm like, I hope that's not on my microphone or it's not being picked up. 10 of Cups. Okay, I like this. Emotional fulfillment, happiness, and joy. So for some of them, if someone said it feels like you are spending a lot of time together and it feels good and it feels great and it's amazing, but for you, it's like, hey, it's back to business. It's not that you're like walking away from a 10 of cups or something that brings you joy and happiness. It's now incorporating into your life and having that balance. It's like kind of coming out of that honeymoon phase, when you're in a relationship together, but it's like, hey, we still have a what I want to say. Like we still have our own lives. We still are individual people. We can still have this 10 of cups. It's kind of figuring out how to make this work. How to make this work in the real world kind of energy. It reminds me of like those reality show love shows. Like of course you're stuck in a house with someone for a month or two, and it's easy to make your relationship work. There's no outside influences. And then they get in the outside world and it's like they can crumble because it's like, how do we make this work? So people get married and then you go to the honeymoon and it's like you're at the honeymoon for a week and it's all bliss and stuff. Then you get back and now it's moving in together, right? Which could be stressful. Or then it's like, oh, I have to go to work. You have to go to work. You're not at home at the same time, right? So it's kind of just that energy. And you're feeling more realistic than who you're dealing with, Aries. But look, Hierophant, I feel like you guys are committed to this Taurus energy. You can be an Aries, Taurus, cusper. You're committed. You're committed. Just communicate because someone's feeling. They're feeling a little more needy this week, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just said this week. I didn't say they were a needy person, and this could be you, Aries, right? This could be you to someone like, hey, I'm here. Give me attention. Two of Cups. Like, come on. It's clear this relationship is stable. It's great. We have Two of Cups. We have Ten of Cups. We have Hierophant. You're committed. They're committed. It's like there's really no issue. I feel like this kind of making an issue when there's no issue here. I don't feel like anyone's doing anything shifty, shisty, shady. We're gonna use all the S words, right? Like Two of Cups. This is it. You're my person. I'm your person. I know that. You should know that too. Or they know that and you should know that too. Someone is kind of still kind of and it could just be kind of some relationship PTSD. Let me tell you, people get that, right? You like, well, once upon a time, I thought everything was good in a relationship and it still ended. So what are you telling me? Kind of energy that you guys are looking like. So we have yeah, some of you guys could be moving in together, or moving to a new place. It's also forward, like just be moving forward, like just have a conversation, like yeah, just talk to. This is a little tiff. This is not even a real like a fight. It's just kind of someone's feeling a little more insecure, a little more needy at this time, and that's a relationship. You're gonna have periods like that. You're gonna have periods like that. They are, as long as it's not a constant, right? Because that can be draining. But if you have those feelings once in a while, I never got why people make it a big deal when we're human. We're just gonna have moments. To me, it only becomes unhealthy when this is like a constant. Like this person is just they can't kind of stay on their own, even in their relationship. They need every second. Where in a habit when it impacts your life. This is not that. This is like this week. There may be like on Tuesday they just feel like they need you, right? And then on Wednesday go back to doing their own thing. Together in their own thing, right? That balance, healthy balance. So we also have the Page of Wands, my good news card. I feel like whatever this person's focusing on now, if this was you, Aries, because I felt like for you, some of you guys, it was you working, focused, or if it's them, they're going to get good news. Whatever they've been working on was successful. So let's say it was a paper for class, they got an A. Now they can breathe and now they can focus on you. You guys can go out on a date and someone's happy, like, yes, that's done with. Or let's say they were studying for practicing interviewing because they knew they had a new role or building a project for a new role. And they come home and say, listen, I got the job. It's exciting. And it's like, that's why I had to put the work in. That's why I had to be just a little selfish this week because look at the results when I did that. And now we both could kind of enjoy that and move forward. So, you guys love each other, okay? Let me tell you, Aries, you love each other. This is very stable. This is very grounded. If it's you, if it's them, don't make a mess of this, or like I don't want to say mess. I don't like how that sounded. Don't make a problem where there's no problem. There's going to be problems down the line, but this isn't it. Okay. So just a heads up, this isn't it. Okay. There is a lot of love here between you. So we're going to do advice cards, and I'm going to use the Archangel Oracle cards today. All right. So, Spirit. Oops, oops, oops. All right. They're coming out already. What advice do you have for Aries? Now, this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Aries placements. What advice or messages do you have for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements? So we got one. I like to kind of do 2 to 3. Oops, oops. So we do have a career transition. Okay, I think 2 is enough. Should we do another one? No, I think 2 is enough. So we first have Divine Order. That was the first card that came out for you guys. Now, Divine Order says everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. That's basically, kind of the thing. Like, I feel like someone's trying to look for the cracks when there's not really a crack here, right? It's just things are just, it's just kind of a new phase of your relationship. Kind of, how do our schedules align? How do we work together? Like, especially if you moved in together, like that's a big difference, right? Seeing someone versus living with them, very different. So it's just kind of growing pains. Others of you, as I said, if someone was just focusing on like a project, school, work, a little like they really needed to pay attention to what they were doing. Okay. So the illusion, they're not up to nothing sneaky. They're not pulling away at all. It's just a little temporary stop or temporary focus. So next we have career transition. And for some, that's really what it was, right? It says Archangel Shamuel, your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. So if this is you, someone you're dealing with, whoever it is, but this literally, someone hasn't been happy, possibly in their work situation. So that's why this week it could have been them really looking for job positions. They could have been online, just like, hey, I need this time. I'm filling out applications. I swear this person filled out like 50 plus applications or going to this week. Um, yeah, because it feels really like I just need this change. Some of them have been, as I said, working on building their skills and, networking. That could have been it too. You're like, where are you going? And they're like, I'm networking, like my coworkers, there's a networking event, or I'm going here. I heard like the CEO of this company, they go here on the weekends or Wednesdays, so I'm going there. I'm going to shoot my shot for this job because there's this connection, this relationship. They want to contribute. They want to be, this actually you're inspiring them, by the way. So, or you're being inspired by them, hence why you're doing what you're doing. It's not just about you. You're not really being selfish because you doing this is actually for both of you. And that's all you need to let them see, like the vision. Sometimes people just want to be a part, feel like they're a part of the vision. Even if they are, if you don't express it, if you don't tell it to them, it can lead them to kind of worry, like, what is this person doing? What is happening? I feel a slight paranoia here, okay? But as I said, look at you guys. You had the Ten of Cups. You had the Two of Cups. You had the Hierophant. You had the Chariot. You had the Page of Wands. You had a lot of lovely cards here. So please don't feel that anxiety in this connection when you don't have to. Okay? So that is your reading. If you liked it, enjoyed it, resonated, give this video a thumbs up. If you aren't a subscriber, please subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. I just want to thank you guys so, so much for your support. And I hope you have an awesome day. All right. Bye, guys.